What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Looks like we are 100% live on YouTube. So I'm excited to come to you guys per StreamYard. Definitely want to welcome you to the 9 Minutes with Nate show on uh, Saturday night, 9 p.m. We're going to kick this thing off with the new intro. It's my first time sharing it with you, so I hope you guys like it. It's pretty dope. You let me know what you think about it, but we're gonna vibe with this real quick. Allow some people to come into the room and say their hellos, and then we'll go from there. All right, here we go, y'all. Check this out. All right, man. So when you hear this on replay, if you're not in the live, man, you're gonna miss a treat. But hey, on the replay, man, just leave me some comments. Let me know what you think about the new recording intro for 9 Minutes with Nate. Definitely had some folks put some hard work into it, so I definitely hope you enjoy it and like it. So why are we on here? So typically the lives are on Thursday, 5 o'clock. Everyone's usually in their hustle and bustle, and they are getting off of work. So, a lot of folks don't get opportunity to catch the regular lives throughout the week. So, a buddy of mine suggested, he was like, man, you got to go, you got to get on YouTube, man. You got to put this thing on YouTube so people can hear it in after the fact. And most of the time, the lives are 9 to 10 minutes. They get long. I do get long winded sometimes, and that's it is what it is. We have some good information we want to share. We get into a groove, man, and stuff starts coming out. So, so I decided to jump on here, and a lot of times I don't do part twos. I try to hit the topic and keep it moving, and sometimes that leaves some things to be desired. And so, I think on Saturday nights, let's do part twos, man. Let's get folks on this platform, have the conversation, and let's really talk about some stuff. We have the ability with StreamYard, and this is a new product that I've been using for a while, off and on, just testing it out to see if its capabilities, and I'm really surprised what it can do. And I really hope that you guys like the way that it looks crisp. I like the way that it looks, and it really makes me come through in high definition. So that's pretty cool. And it will allow me to upload videos faster directly to YouTube until we get our numbers up to where we are able to go directly in YouTube. So here we are. Conversation part 2, say yes to yourself. So Thursday we were going and we were rolling, talking about saying yes to ourselves, how we say no to other people, and we make the right decisions to have the right people around us. And a lot of times we don't, and it's understandable. Our life has said, hey, these are people that are in my comfort zone, so I'm gonna stay right where I am. I'm not gonna change up who I'm around. I'm just going to keep it comfortable. That comfort level that you have with those people, clearly it's putting limitations on your life. There's a lot of you guys that are going to watch this live and you're going to say, this is not for me. And that's cool. I'm always down with, folks logging off and saying, hey, they don't like it. I'm good with that. A statement that one of my best friends from college said, and currently is definitely a confidant, said, the people will not listen, but the world will. So I'm good with that. If you're connected to me and you say, Nate, this isn't for me, but hey man, keep pushing, I appreciate you. You may be in a category number 2 where you say, this is not for me and I'm logging off. Thank you too. Then you may be in that category, that special category where you say, this is good. And I'm also going to share this with somebody else because somebody else needs to hear this. So I appreciate you too. So as folks are coming on and right now this is brand new and people are traveling on the holiday weekend. So we'll advertise this more and we'll put this out more so people be prepared for the Saturday Night Lives at 9. I think it's a really good time to engage and discuss. And we may actually have some people jumping on. I invited some guests. They're in transition right now. So they may actually jump on before this is all over with. So I'm hoping that happens. Excuse me. So on YouTube, I feel like I can be a little bit more frank than Facebook. They monitor Facebook. They make sure you don't say the wrong thing. You don't offend the wrong person. So I want to make sure of that when we're coming on YouTube. We're not going to offend anybody. We're not here to hurt anybody's feelings, but we are definitely here to talk real talk. So if you are easily offended, if you're not ready for the conversation, here's the portion of the conversation where you can go. We will discuss things that are very direct. We're not going to cut corners. I'm not going to censor anybody from saying what they feel like they need to say. And so if you're not thicker skinned and you feel like, hey, they're going to hurt my feelings, you can go. I'm okay with that. And I'll see you on the Thursday lives at 5:00 on Facebook, where we keep it smooth, we keep it moving, and we don't offend anybody. So if that's not you and you say, Nate, let's talk about it, let's have the conversation, let's rock and roll. So where I left it on Thursday, we were talking about, and you can hear fireworks in the background. It is definitely 4th of July in full effect in the neighborhood. But where I left it on Thursday, we had some conversation in reference to bettering yourself, making new paths for yourself, as opposed to allowing yourself to follow the old beaten path, as they would say. A lot of times we're comfortable with that. We want to emulate what others have done. And that's cool to a certain extent, but you are specifically an individual put onto this world to drop your talents in the earth to be great. Don't know if you believe in God. Not here to refute or argue with you about it, but point blank and period, you got a talent. All of us do. No one came here just being some regular old mundane person with nothing to offer. We all came here with some type of talent. So if you're not recognizing your talents, if you're not using your talents to your best of your ability, why are you here? What are you doing? Let's be honest. What are you doing? It's not enough to sit on the phone all day and scroll on Facebook worrying about what everybody else is doing. You got to go out here and create your own memories, your own success stories. It's great to co-sign, man, that so-and-so, he's doing great. That's wonderful, man. But what about you? When are you going to say, I'm going to take the opportunity to better me? I want to be a success story. I want somebody to say, hey, you see that guy over there, man, we never thought. It's always the unlikely ones that make it, man. And why can't it be you? If you make a choice to do it, you will do it. If you don't, and you just say, hey, I just want to be average, you have the ability, again, you have the right now to log off. If you want to be an average person, get off of this live, because we're not talking to the average people, the people that want to be average, the people that just want to slide on by. I've heard the phrase, C's get degrees. I made some C's, but did it really benefit me? No. Did it make my GPA any higher? No. Did it look good? No. Did I feel good about that C? No. Now, if it was your best, if a C is your best, please understand. I'm not knocking you. That's just where you are. But I have this just feeling, just this thought that everyone has a level of success. And that lends itself to another portion of what success really looks like. What is success for you? Is a successful day for you laying around eating wham whams and zam zams, eating chips, and not making any money, not having any impactful conversations with anybody? Is that a successful day to you? If it is, that's cool. I ain't talking to you. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the people that, hey man, they're tired. They're sick and tired of not making it. They're sick and tired of not being the best them. Because those are the ones that are going to change the world. Now, everyone has the ability to impact something somewhere. You have to find that. Hot topic that everybody's talking about. Yeah, we're going to get on it. And I know people are not going to like it. The Sha'Carri Richardson situation with her being testing positive for marijuana. So the girl has gone quickly. I guess I should say lady. I'm not going to call her a girl. The lady has gone from being a college athlete to a professional athlete in a blink of an eye. And it's been amazing to watch her because everybody's like, oh man, who is she? You know, we talk about, her attitude. Oh, look at her swag. Oh, look at her nails. Look at her hair. Look at all these things. That's her being her. She's not worried about you being concerned about how long her nails are or how colorful her hair is. Did she make a mistake? Sure, she did. She did something that, by the rules, they say is illegal. Being an athlete before, if you break the rules, there's consequences, just like life. If you steal from the store and get caught, even if you don't get caught, there's still consequences. One of those consequences is going to be, hey, I'm going to go do it again because I didn't get caught. You will eventually get caught. Oh, hey, I stole, I got caught. There's the instant consequence. So what are we saying? You are choosing to say yes or no to yourself. I said yes to myself by saying, hey, I'm going to go be Sha'Carri, the best athlete I can be. Oh, and then life happened. I went and I engaged in smoking marijuana. But she chose her over all these millions of fans that don't know what she's going through. And sure, we can pass judgment. People do. That's what people do. They pass judgment. They say, oh man, oh, see, yep. Told you she was going, yep. It's always the but people. She's a great athlete, but she did this. Haven't you done something too? Have you not? For all the but people in the world that have said, hey, I'm perfect. I don't do anything wrong. I haven't done anything wrong. I got a spotless record. The things that you have done that people don't know about, they have consequences. Whether they're public consequences or private consequences, they are still consequences. And so she's going to reap her consequences. She did the greatest thing in the world. She owned it. And that is a big part about saying yes to yourself. Owning what you have done. Whether it be positive or negative, own it. Because you know what? That's part of your success path. Owning. Because you have to own the path. Whether it be a positive or a negative, you still got to own those things. Along the way, you got to own it. You can't say, oh, I'm just not going to I'm not going to hold myself accountable. Because you know what? Someone will. She probably never thought she was going to get caught. She wasn't thinking about that. She was saying yes to herself. Now, I'm not condoning what she did. Let's be clear. I'm not. I'm simply saying she chose herself. She has done She's made Nike so much money. Advertising, just being out on the track, being an amazing athlete, doing all the shows, all the interviews. That made a lot of money off of her. She had a personal situation happen. And again, we don't know exactly when it happened. She didn't say exactly when it happened. And it's none of our business when it happened. But it affected her personal and very public career. And so now she's in a situation where she has to sit out, she has to do this, she has to do that. Okay, she's wearing the consequences, but most importantly, she is publicly owning it. And that's more than we can say for a lot of people. They don't own it. They will get by, they will cover it up, and they will say whatever they have to say, bamboozle whoever they have to, so they're not held responsible. When you start listen to me very closely. When you decide that you're going to hold yourself responsible for what you have done, what you have not done, everything in between, growth. Right there. Sorry, I'm gonna get some water. And no, I'm not rapping Aquafina. That's a growth, because it shows right then and there that you are consciously saying, I screwed up. I didn't push myself to be 100%. I'm recognizing my fears. I'm going to push past it. I'm acknowledging it. And that's a big deal. If folks would acknowledge what they've done, how they've done it, and decide, hey, I'm not really where I should be. How can I be better? Don't let the media tell you what's good looking. Don't tell the media what success looks like. You determine what your success is. How many times have you gone through a situation and you have not allowed yourself to really acknowledge the process? You're only looking at, hey, this is where I started and this is where I ended, and the stuff in the middle is just what it is. I'm at the end, it's over, and great. You missed it. Guarantee 6 months to a year later, however long it takes, it's gonna come around again. And unless you have decided or had a mind shift as to what that success pattern was supposed to be like, what you were supposed to go through, you're still going to go through it and you're still going to fail. You're going to fail hard because you have not adjusted your mindset. Far too many times we have allowed social media, we've allowed the most prevalent trends to dictate how we move. You are responsible for how you move. If you wake up every day and allow social media to guide your life, you're in a bad situation. If you have to wait, it's like, what's the phrase? Wake and bake. If you have to wake and bake social media to find out how you're going to dress today, if you have to wake and bake and figure out what shoes you're going to wear today, you are in a bad situation. You have got to make a decision that how you move is based upon how you decide you want to move. Period. It's not based upon what the latest trends are. Yeah, that's cool. We can ride those waves of trends and how they go. But really, honestly, you can be a trend just by wearing something totally different today that no one else has ever worn before. Set your own trend. Stop going down the path that others have made and create your own. Say yes to yourself. I've done it. I know it's not easy, y'all. It's not easy to say I'm not gonna wear my shoes like how everybody else. What was? Let me see. Like the biggest trend where we used to stuff socks down in our shoes so we wouldn't crease our shoes. That is the craziest thing ever. If you've ever watched people that don't want to crease their shoes, they look crazy. They are walking so funny, trying not to crease their shoes because It's not stylish to have a crease in your shoe. That is so crazy to me. And they don't bend their knees. I saw it at the park the other day. I just thought that was the craziest thing. And I was like, man, we used to do that crazy stuff. Have your legs hurting, your knees hurting, all just so you can keep your shoe intact. A shoe that costs pennies on the dollar to make, that you probably spent over $100+ on. You don't want it to get damaged. It's a shoe. It's gonna happen. If you're so bent on it not getting damaged, go buy another pair. But that's the shoe is made to break down. It's not going to stay perfect forever. The energy that we put to some things in our life, it's nuts. It's nuts. We would rather focus on making sure that our style is top notch than focusing on having a conversation that moves us forward as a human being. I want an Hermes bag, $6,000 bag. They're like $6,000. We'd rather have a $6,000 bag than have a conversation that helps us make that $6,000 that we aspire to have. Or take that $6,000 and use it and brand yourself. Get two people together, put the two last names together, and you got a brand. And people will buy it because of how you market it. If you want to be successful, put you on the line. We spend so much money on things that are just crazy. In the moment that is damaged, we put it down. But when it comes to our education, when it comes to relationships, we can't have a decent relationship to save our life. Oh, but we can tell you what the new Jordans drop. We know that. But we can't seem to figure out how we can sit down and get the racial divide within the Black community together, because we're not. We are the most, we are so bent. And this is, I'm telling you, y'all, this is stuff I've been wanting to say. So prepare yourself. We are so bent as a race on being up on the next same skin color person as us that we will do whatever it takes, say whatever to discredit, belittle, and degrade that person just so we can be one step in front of them. And that's crazy to me, man. That's crazy to me, but we'll do it. Same thing in relationships. When that partner messes up, Apostle Gerald Williams said it today on Facebook, and I thought it was instrumental, man. We will try to we will do what and say whatever we have to make ourselves look like we're not the innocent, like we're the innocent one in the relationship. And that's crazy. So you have done nothing in that relationship. Nothing, huh? That partner is a horrible person. They're not horrible, man. They just made a mistake. And okay, yes. Okay, I get it. You say, Nate, no. Maybe they're not where you are. But oftentimes enough, you are with a person that is as screwed up as you. You're equally matched. That's why you're attracted to each other. It's nuts. You don't know that, but it is so true that when you link up with someone, oftentimes enough, you guys are in the same place. And you can fancy that with pretty hair, pretty nails, nice cologne, nice shoes, nice shirt, nice jacket, nice sports coats, nice pants, nice dress shoes. It doesn't matter. When you peel all that back, you are just as screwed up as that person. Now, fast forward, You guys decide to get married in, honeymoon phase. Everything's great. Woo, we married. Yes. Woo. Then that newness wears off. And then you got to put in the work. Marriage, relationships, friendships, you still got to put in the work. No, you can put whatever title on it you want. You still got to put the work in. You still got to say yes. Just like you did on that first day when you guys say, we together, we friends, you still got to say yes. And you got to continue to say yes, but you got to peel back the onion. And that's something that we're not willing to do. So we limit our success by saying, I don't want to get in my own mess. I'd much rather just say, nah, it's okay. I'm not going to get in my mess. I'm going to powder myself up to look better than what I am. So by proxy, doing that, you cut yourself off from being productive and moving forward because you don't want to deal with the mess. And the mess is what's holding you back from the blessing. Man, I'm telling you, that's it right there. If you deal with your mess, you will be blessed. It don't exactly rhyme. It don't have to, but that's the truth. I gave y'all a story about when I remember the day, y'all. I was in the weight room with my coach, who now is the prestigious coach of University of Oklahoma. Shout out to Tim Langford. He's doing amazing things. Can't say nothing but great things about the guy. But I won't forget the day that Coach Langford flat out told me in the weight room. He said, man, when you going to start lifting? Lifting? Coach, I'll lift. No, you can't be lifting. You're doing all the track work, but you're not doing anything in the weight room. Yeah, I know, Coach. I know. And that coach told me, he said, man, until you do this result won't happen. Sorry for the fireworks if you can hear them. So I was like, what, Coach? Yeah, man, until you do this won't happen for you. And I was like, all right, man. All right. We're going to see what you're talking about, Coach. So when I started to take the workout seriously, when he wasn't looking, because when he was looking, I had to do it, obviously. Same thing in relationships, marriage, friendships, life. When people aren't looking, you still got to be doing the work. Don't just do the work when people are looking at you. You got to put it in when they're not. When it's not convenient, you still got to do the work. The most inconvenient times are when the most production happens as far as results are concerned. When you can inconvenience yourself and say, man, I really don't want to do this 6 a.m. lift, but I know I got to do it. That's when growth happens. Boom. You drop another few seconds in your race. You throw that fastball a little bit harder. You throw that softball a little bit harder. You're able to kick that soccer ball even faster or in a different corner of the goal to score a different type of goal. Whatever it is, you're able to do that presentation to the board of directors in a way that this just blows their mind away that, hey, you've actually done the work, you've done the research, and hey, now we're ready to get this budget popping and we're ready to really move forward in our production. Any facet in your life, it works, y'all. You've just got to be able to say yes. And when you say yes, say it convincingly. Don't do it just to go through the motions. And that's a lot of times we've gone through the motions for so many years in so many ways, y'all. It's crazy. It's crazy. We have gone through the motions and we've allowed ourselves to just fake it until we make it. And we're not making it. We're still faking it. Got one of the guests that's maybe going to jump in with us, so that'll be great. Excuse me. So it's instrumental with how you move to how you get the results that you're looking for. Ultimately, it is on you to say yes to your success, to your story. Because you know what? We all got a story. We all do. I got one. My kids gonna have them. Mother has one. My father has one. My family members. All everybody's got a story. Everybody's got a story. It is up to us to write the story. Don't let life write it for you. Don't let life do it for you. You have got to make up in your mind, I'm the author of my own story. Your life is already preordained. The things that are going to happen in your life are going to happen. It's just how you handle it when they come about is how the story goes. That's simple. That's simple. I'm telling you, there's been so many people that have left this world with their story undone, life cut short. Excuse me. My buddy Jeff said it to me in a text, and I said, man, it hit home. It hit home. What he said to me was this: Nate, the reason why, what I tell people, the reason why I do what I do is because I had a friend whose life got cut short. And I instantly knew who he was talking about. We had a buddy in college, great, amazing man of God. Josh Williams, continue to rest. He was great, man. He has a fervent fire for God, and he wanted everybody to win. Everybody that was connected to him, he wanted them to know God. He wanted to make sure that, they were good. I'm talking about this guy would give rides to people, all kinds of stuff. Whole Bible study for the team. And he wasn't even the team captain. He didn't have to be. He wasn't concerned with being the number one guy. He was just concerned about being the influential one. That was his purpose. He said yes to his cause, not knowing that his life was going to end. His life ended in college. So roughly 21, 22, 23. I'm not sure how old Josh was when he passed. But at an early age, he clearly said yes to what he needed to get accomplished. He wanted to bring as many people as he could to Christ. And he did that. Our entire track team got baptized. Same day. And we're talking 15, 20 people. We ain't talking about 3 or 4. The entire team got baptized. And it was a movement. Like, wow. A whole track team getting baptized. It was so many people. We had to do it in the swimming pool at CSU. It was nuts. We're like, we're going to get baptized in the swimming pool. We can dig it. We can dig it. And we did it. Because we decided, you know what? Our buddy Josh says this is that we can still, it was crazy because, and to jump off and go down a different approach on this thing, people in Christ and living as a Christian, people have attributed that for years that is just this strict life that you can't do nothing, you can't go anywhere, you can't do anything. And that's not true. Josh was saved. Coolest dude ever. Louisiana born, bred. Big jerseys, do-rags, but love Jesus. Said yes to himself. He was true to himself, but his heart was different. And that's a lot of times, that's what's wrong with us. Our hearts are messed up. We carry so much in our hearts. It's no wonder that people don't just drop dead out the blue every single day. They allow themselves to carry so much stress, so much just hurt and pain in their heart that when they finally get a moment to breathe, it's unexpected. They don't know what to do with that. Oh my. How in the world? This is not normal. Yeah, it's not normal because you have allowed yourself and the world to determine that carrying this stress, hurt, heart, and pain is normal. Let me introduce you to your new normal. Let it go. Now, I say that a lot, and I hope no one takes it for or gets beside themselves. I know it's not easy. I myself know it's not easy. I have carried resentment for situations with my parents. I'm adopted. And for the longest time, I resented the fact that I was adopted. I was cool with it because it was, people thought it was cute when I would say, "Oh, I'm adopted." Yeah, I'm a cool kid. I'm adopted. But when I got older and I really started to, think about life and how many kids I wanted to have and why I wanted to have so many kids and why I wanted to have this big family, it was for all the wrong reasons. It was because I was hurt and hateful towards the fact that my parents, my biological parents, weren't a part of my life. I still don't know who they are. Still don't know who they are. And I hope God blesses me to where I can find out who they are. And I can find out who my brothers and sisters are. And I can find out my nieces, my nephews, cousins, aunts, uncles. That is going to be a rejoiceful day. And it'll change my life forever. It'll change my children's lives forever. Everything that's connected to me will change. Hopefully for the good. I'm not promised that though. So meanwhile, while my tape is still rolling, I still got to keep moving. But I would carry so much of that hurt in my heart that I wouldn't let people get close to me. I was afraid that people were gonna hurt me. For the longest time, I was afraid that people were gonna leave me. So I wouldn't allow myself to get attached to one person. I would allow myself to get attached to multiple people. That way, if one fell off, I'm good. I got somebody else I can talk to. That way I'm not hurt. That's how I masked my hurt. And it was nuts because that's not how you're supposed to move. And I hurt a lot of people. 100% hurt a lot of people. Not cool. Not cool. But I made amends. I called each and every one, emailed, text, whatever I could do to make amends with those people to make my life free. And I didn't do it for them. I did it for me. Because I wasn't going to be able to be blessed until I said yes to me and said, I'm remorseful. I apologize to them. Now, you may say in this moment right here, Nate, I ain't saying sorry to none of nobody. They hurt me, I hurt them back. They hurt me, I hurt them back. I dig it. I dig it. Because it's not something that people readily do. They don't want to do that. We don't. We are not good with saying I apologize. We will hold a grudge. Cut off, as my mother would say, she probably still says it to this day, cut off our nose and spite our face. Just so we don't apologize to that person. That's wild to me. Blocking our own blessings, thinking that we're hurting someone else. It's not how it works. Because while you think that you're hurting that person, they are living their life. They're going to Benihana, they're going to Dubai, they're going to California, New York, they're going to all these places. They're doing whatever they want to. They're not thinking about you. So eloquently, you have to say, all right, look, I'm going to take you, the situation we had, and I'm going to place you gently into this box, slam the top. I'm going to open this box back up when the time is right. But I'm not going to allow the situation that we had, I'm not going to let it control my life. I'm not going to allow it to be something that holds me back from my greatness. I'm not going to allow it to be something that says, I still can't believe so-and-so did that to me 10 years ago. Nah, man. Say yes to yourself and move on. I'm not saying don't deal with the hurt. I'm just saying not right now. The time will come for you to address that person. And when it comes, take full advantage of it. Don't run from it. Say yes to yourself and say, you know what, cool. Yeah, you hurt my feelings and you hurt me bad, but that's cool. I got something for you. It's called I'm going to keep moving. Thank you. You taught me what I needed to know. You taught me some things that I should and should not have done. I'm going to keep moving. Just like that. Just like that. And once you do that, you will understand that, oh, it gets a little easier. It gets a little easier. I guess it's having difficulty jumping on. We're going to see what we can do about that. So we've been going for about 40 minutes now, and take a quick moment just to thank some folks. I want to thank you to my family, to my buddy Jeff, who pushed me to jump on here and do this. Safana Samples, who's up in Michigan, who really pushed me to start the 9 Minute with Nate movement. And I just want to, for the folks that have never, ever been on here, 9 Minutes with Nate started with just a simple conversation. And it has evolved. We got 9 Minute Nate shirts. We have 9 Minutes with Nate mask. Got another edition of the mask here. But all that stuff means nothing if I'm not opening my mouth and activating off of my pain, off of what has truly transpired in my life. Because what's going on in my life is going to affect others positively, negatively, easy. So she's getting ready to call in. This is Dana Brooks, very instrumental person in my life. Positive, full of gusto, really good person. Here we go, y'all. So we're going to take a break here and we're going to bring Dana Brooks in. She's calling in, y'all. Hopefully you guys can hear. Welcome to the 9 Minutes with Nate segment here on YouTube Live by StreamYard. Dana, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am great. We've been going for about 43 minutes. And, right now it looks like we're just going to be posting live to Facebook, and we'll get this shared to our friends on the different networks. But I want to bring you on, man, because you and I, our stories, they're so similar. There's things that we've been through, and just the conversations that we have had have, really transformed myself. I know they've really helped you really identify some growth in your life.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
So
iron sharpens iron, man.
Oh, that's it, man. See, I told y'all.
That's
Go ahead.
it. They say birds of a feather flock together. So you got to make sure you're surrounding yourself with people that's going to help you catch the right wave and move in the right direction.
Told y'all. I told y'all. I got some friends, man. I told y'all, Facebook, YouTube. I got some people in my life, man, that's pushing me to be great. And so what I've been talking about, Dana, and I talked about it on Thursday, just to bring you back into the conversation. I've been talking about just saying yes to yourself and just random different situations where we've not said yes, where we have not allowed ourselves to be the best version of ourselves. So, if you got anything you want to share, anything you want to put on here, man, because this is going to the world right now. just talk about saying what saying yes to yourself means positively and negatively. What that would look like for someone like you that's had a successful life and had some disappointments and some downfalls and some uppers. So I'm gonna give you the floor.
I think thank you for that. I think saying yes to yourself is one of the most important things, but it's all rooted in the idea and the concept that the most important relationship you're ever going to have in life, and this includes even faith, is going to be the relationship you have with yourself. If you don't have a healthy relationship with yourself, you can't have a healthy relationship with anybody else. Doesn't matter how hard you try or how badly you want to be a good person and do the right things. If you can't love yourself, you can't love somebody else. You can't give that energy as it needs to be given to a healthy relationship. So for me, I'm taking saying yes to myself to this level where I have to hold me accountable before anybody else.
Wow.
Because at the end of the day, I know me better than anybody else. And whether I want to be honest with myself or whether I want to lie to myself in any situation, I know the truth. I don't have to admit it, but I know the truth. And so I have to tell myself, hey, you got to get it together. You got to get it together. I don't need the outside world to tell me what's wrong with me because I already know. And if I don't know, then that's where it comes into play of having the right people around you that can say, hey, man, you're doing this thing, and I'm worried it's going to lead you down the wrong path. I'm scared it's going to take you the wrong way. Because sometimes you can get too close to the mirror where you can't see it. You can't see the forest for the trees.
Ooh, that's fire right there. That's straight off the coals right there, y'all. That's Dana. Say it again for him, please repeat that one more time for him.
You get too close. You're too close to the situation. You're close to yourself. So sometimes you're too close to the mirror that you can't see what needs to be seen. So you need to have people in your life that you can trust that can tell you, hey, step back. You can't see the forest for the trees. You're too close. Step back and let me help you.
Whew. Wow.
But so I am a naturally curious person. I seek knowledge with no intention of using it. I collect information the same way people collect baseball cards. I just want it. I don't know how I'm going to use it. I don't know how it's going to benefit me. I just want it. And because of that, I know a bunch of random things. And I say that to say this. So everybody knows birds migrate. And they migrate in a flock. And they fly in a certain pattern. They fly in this V-shaped pattern. Mm-hmm. It's because as you're flying, that's a long distance to fly.
That's right. And
you're catching the draft off the other birds. So you fly in that V shape because that draft will carry you through when you can't carry yourself through. Whew. And you need that. If birds can figure out that, you know what, I can't fly south by myself. I'm going to need somebody with me. I need you with me to watch my back. I need you with me so I can catch your draft when my wings are tired, when I can't do it by myself.
Ooh, wow.
I still got to fly. But I can use a little draft from time to time. Because if you ever seen them, what they'll do is they trade off their positions. So you're not always in the lead. You're not always the one creating the draft. Sometimes you're the one in the back just hanging on. Like, partner, keep flapping. I'm going to keep catching that draft, and we're going to make it.
Wow.
That's how life works.
That's wow, you just dropped a jewel right there. So something that drops in my spirit is like, with a wolf pack. I saw a picture of a wolf pack. Yep. Typically you got the alpha male, you got the cubs, the females of the pack, all that. And then you got, one's leading, some in the middle, and then you got that one straggler in the back. But the straggler, people typically think the person that's in last place or the one that's furthest behind is a weak one.
Mm-mm.
But
in a wolf pack, you got to have somebody to watch your back.
That's it.
The one in the back, that's the one that's going to snap your neck in two bites.
And that's crazy because what I said Thursday was it just falls right in line with that, Dana. Thank you for saying that because we get so caught up with, and I said it, and I probably shouldn't have said it on Facebook, but it's okay. But it is what it is. You know how those things go. But we get so caught up with the fans, and we don't have those friends that'll snap your neck and say, slap you in the back of your neck and say, "Man, get it together. What are you doing?" We don't.
You know what I love? And it's the T-shirt, and it has McDonald's, but it has the whole crew that he started with,
Mm-hmm.
and then it has everybody else in black and white, and Ronald McDonald's in color, and it says everybody can't go.
Whoa!
Everybody,
You just said
I
a word
love
right
that
there.
shirt.
Wow. The cup, man, Dana. I said this once. I said, the price that it cost to go to the next level. Some people don't have the dollars in their pocket, the proverbial money in their pocket to pay the admission. Wow.
Exactly.
They can't
The
go.
cost of admission is high. And
They,
it's, at the end of the day, with anything in life, the question is always going to be, how badly do you want it? How badly do you want it?
wow.
You know, even taking it back to saying yes to yourself. So I'm newly 29. I have not crossed over 30 yet.
Come on to that 30 club. Come on now. Don't fight
I'm
it.
holding on to these 20s with
Don't
a white
fight
knuckle
it.
grip. But you know what? I'm actually excited about hitting my 30s because I feel like I'm finally hitting my stride. And I'll give credit to my little brother on this one. He told me, he jokes about his mom all the time. He said, you know what? Sometimes at some point I'm gonna have to start listening to it. And he says it as a joke, but he's right, because at some point you're gonna have to start listening. And I'm finally hitting my stride because I'm finally starting to listen.
That's good.
Old people, they give you a kind of knowledge that you don't actually know what to do with it because you're too young to appreciate it, typically. And so now that I'm starting to hit my stride, it's because I'm just starting to listen to what people told me. And I'm learning that, like, everybody's not your friend. And it's not an attack on them because they're not your friend. Some people, it's just some hands you shake and some hands you hold. And the hardest part is learning the difference.
Ooh. Wow. That's fire. That's true.
And you know what? In some hands, you don't even shake them. You fist bump and you keep it moving.
Ooh.
Like, nah, playboy, nah.
Right.
Mm-mm.
Man, that's true.
And when you learn that lesson of saying, okay, I love myself and I'm going to be, I'm going to treat myself a certain way. I'm going to show myself a certain level of respect. And if you're my friend and you can't give me that, and if I'm talking to you and being around you is exhausting, then you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stop.
That's
I'm going
right.
to stop.
That's right.
Life is meant to be lived, and I can't live my life if I'm tired all the time because I'm surrounding myself or I'm putting myself in a position to give more of myself than I give to myself. Like, I can't treat nobody better than I treat myself. And so if I'm letting you walk all over me because, we've known each other since high school. Okay, cool. Time don't mean anything. It not when it comes to relationships, it doesn't. Time means that we've been doing this for a while. And if I'm still having the problems now that I was having a couple years ago, then it is time for me to open my eyes up. It's time for me to realize that maybe you're not a hand I need to be holding. I need to loosen my grip. And I gotta say yes to myself in the sense of I gotta say, hey, you deserve better. You deserve to be treated fairly. In the least, you deserve at least to get the same energy you're willing to get.
Wow.
When I put it in that, when I put it like that, then why not?
Right.
If I can respect you, why can't you respect me?
That's right.
And saying yes includes saying no. No, I'm not going to exert this energy. No, I'm not going to cross an ocean where you won't even cross a puddle for me.
Wow. That's a state. Hold on, Dana. Say that again. Say that again for the people so they can hear that, so that can be on the recording. Say that one more time.
Say that for the cheat sheets.
Yes, I need to. Yeah, we need the cheat. We need the cheat sheet. Say that one more time.
I can't cross an ocean for you when you won't even cross a puddle for me.
Wow. I can't cross an ocean for you, and you won't even cross a puddle for me.
Think about it, like, everybody can sit still and think, like, man, but I love this person, yeah, okay, I have to do this, this, and this, and no, they don't do this, this, and this, but I love them, and okay, cool. Here's a secret though. I can love you and still cross the street to avoid speaking to you.
Whoa. Wait a minute. So what you're saying is this. So just to take me and you got love for me, I got love for you. We love each other like brothers and sisters. But because you know what you get when it comes to me, you still got that love for me. But when you see me, because of the energy that I bring, the package that I got, it ain't vibing with what you got going on. You're gonna cross the street.
I can't do that.
Man, that's crazy. That's good right there, man. That's so good right there.
You know what? I take it back. Like, rest his soul, DMX said it best. You gotta trust people to be who they are. And you gotta trust yourself to see them for who they are. Trust a snake to be a snake. And guess what that snake gonna do? Bite you.
Wow.
And, the most dangerous snakes in this world are the prettiest creatures.
Yes, they are.
So gorgeous.
Yes, they are.
And they will kill you.
Yep.
If you a snake in the grass, what I look like coming over there to pet you because you're pretty. Because I've seen you, because you've been around for a while. You know what else has been around for a while? Cancer, and it still sucks. Not inviting that into my life, so why would I invite any other kind of poison into my life?
Whew.
When we start taking stuff like emotions and really like your emotional stability, and you start taking your mental into account, if you give as much attention to your mental wellness as you do your physical, you'll find that they feed each other hand in hand.
Wow.
They absolutely feed each other.
Wow.
I got physically healthier when I started taking control of my mind, because I'll tell anybody any day, I've battled depression, and that is a type of war that is hard to articulate for someone who's never done it. Can you imagine being at war with your own mind? You're at war within yourself. There is no peace to be found.
Wow.
So how do you get rest? Where do you turn when you can't turn to yourself for peace? And so, because I've gotten that peace, I've learned to harness things and get a real control over my mental and my emotional.
Mm-hmm.
I protect it with my life, because at the end of the day, my life depends on it.
Wow.
It's so many people. We're all battling something, which is why I've just become this empathetic person. I mean, sure, if you believe in zodiac signs, I'm also a Cancer, so yeah, very emotional. But I take other people's emotions into account, and I treat them with such a level of importance, because I know that that's where the true battles lie. If you have a physical ailment, it's easy to point that out. It's easy to say, hey, I broke my arm, I'm hurt. But when your heart is broken, when your soul isn't being fed properly, when you're taking in toxins and not nourishment, I can't say, oh man, my soul is sick right now. I can't say my mind is a little bit, without being treated differently, without repercussions, negative repercussions, because we don't respect it the same way. And you gotta say yes to admitting that you might not be perfect.
Wow, Dana, man, listen. You done came on this thing and wrecked it. Wow. And I knew you would. I already knew you would. No question about it. So, man, listen, this gonna have to be a part 3. This thing has been going for an hour. I've been talking, waiting for you to jump on, because I knew you were gonna come and wreck it, and you have. I got your name scrolling, and I got your name scrolling across the bottom. Special guest Dana Brooks. She is in here, y'all. Man, listen, we are gonna have to schedule you so you can jump on the StreamYard with us, get you on this screen, get these people on here to check this out. Because what you got in your mouth, people got to hear. What I got in my mouth, people got to hear. And I'm excited about it, man. Listen, I don't know how much longer I got on the live, so I'm gonna go ahead and get up off of here. But Dana, I sincerely appreciate you jumping on, taking the time to come talk to the people. I'm gonna share this with you so you can share it. And we got some work to do because it's folks out here that need to hear this, and we're not gonna stop till they hear it. So
each one teach one, reach one. Ain't nobody perfect.
That's it.
It's just like the birds flying south. We all need to catch a draft from somewhere.
Boy,
once in a while.
Reckoning on the way out the door. I ain't lying. Tearing up the table. Dana,
I can't wait. We gotta do this again.
Got to. I gotta get on your schedule, boss. So we can do this. I sincerely appreciate you. I hope you guys have a great 4th of July weekend. And we're gonna be talking, and I'm gonna cut you loose, but I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. You have a good evening.
All right. Thanks, Dana. Y'all, I told y'all I just had to get her on the live, man. Dana you heard what she said, man. She dropped some nuggets for you. If you missed this, man, I promise you won't go back and watch this and listen to this, man. This live has been instrumental, not only for me, but hopefully for you as well. Man, I'm not going to prolong the time any longer. She done came on the live and wrecked it, but I'm going to hit this outro with this 9 minutes with Nate. I appreciate you. This is going to go on Facebook tonight and be uploaded to my YouTube as it is showing live right now. So please hit like, click share. If it's not for you, keep it moving. If it is for you, share it, comment, share it, and be back for the next time. We're going to advertise it when we come back again. I'm 9 minutes with Nate. I love you guys. Check out this outro. Tell me if you like it. This is actually the intro, but we're going to do this as an outro as well. 9 minutes with Nate. Till next time. Thank y'all. You